Man, a lot of people get confused, with spoken word. What's the goal? What's the aim? Well, I'm just keep it short and sweet. I'm just trying to stir up some excitement, some hunger, some willingness to go out there and preach the gospel and grab these saints, man. Really, it's like the Great Commission. God said, go out there into the world and preach the gospel and win these people over. And, a lot of times, we don't do that. And what if that last person that you saw, that was your last point of contact before he died, what if he really needed the word and he went to hell? Have you ever stopped to think about that? What if he went to hell? How would he feel? You were his last point of contact. You should have done better.
I was the lost on the lost cause. I raise my hands up as I call out the lost fall. You never loved me, the lost cause. You push me down as I try to crawl out the lost vault. What are you saying? These are letters from an unbeliever. These are letters from an unbeliever. These are letters from a non-believer who couldn't have believed because you never gave him a reason to believe in anything. You kind of greedy.
Introduction. Name's not important. Never was fearless or repeat that it's redundant. Relish as I recall every blemish, every fall, I reminisce repeatedly. How every time I would walk past you, ignoring it, I went unnoticed. And that suited tie looking polished on the surface. On the way to your office, I bask in the shadow of my unfortunate accomplice, hoping that someday I'll muster up the courage to step into the light I had banished. Take advantage of the weapons I had brandished. East side, second floor, clear as day, I had you in my sights. Your eyes met my heart as I beckoned to the lights. The sun was shining bright like MGM on fight nights. I wiped my brush of your blood on the sliver of a sentence. Not a word to courage to trigger my repentance. And the tears on my face like rivers represented. The streaks of salt on the window gently feeding my resentment. Who are you to judge when my decks what the dealer had presented? You routinely had your chance, but you blew it to the wind. You looked between the lids like you knew I couldn't win. It seems my chance to be redeemed is in shambles as I'm doomed within my sin. Caught a glimpse of the banner on your arm as you walked up with your partners at your side. What would Jesus do was what the sign implied in the shine.
I searched for acceptance in every nook, in every cranny, every corner, every crevice, every hook I ever sang. That's how my nanny raised me. You never look beyond the premise. Your theory, that's theology. No evidence, no method, that's mythology. What are you saying? These are the letters of an unbeliever. These are the letters of the unbeliever. These are the letters of an unbeliever who feels deceived because you weren't the example that was perceived. Man, you sneaky.
Reassessing at the moment, and I like to be quoted. You're possessing the right to profess that you're a Protestant. You lying out of pride, and I ain't having that. Okay, you spoke the word that made no harm, no crime in that. Sticks and stones, and you act so bold. But behind closed doors, you lose control. You want the talk, but you fall in the dark. And at first, I was blinded. That whole facade that created a spark. I wasn't so without trying it. You fill all your cards like Hallmark, like going in the dress on holidays. You're an illusion. Lies and cheating on weekdays like learning institutions. Then off the deep end on weekends, no restitution. Party through the night on Saturday, then preach to me in the morning on Sunday. How was your righteousness to feel that you didn't have it in the first place? Sounds of judgment echoing in the background like earthquakes. You cherish your salvation, but you express it in the worst way. Vanity adds to the list of vanities you parade. This sparsity of charity within got you acting like charades. And at the crossroads of chastity and destiny, you're face to face with faith. Faithlessly or recklessly, you ruptured my subconscious with deceit. Couldn't buy your message because I paid you for the mind, but I was once a man who believed.
I walk a tightrope, there's fire underneath. The heaps of coal that you bequeath, I'm falling in the darkness that's beneath. I guess it's time that I express the way I feel. These are the letters of an unbeliever. These are the letters of an unbeliever. These are the letters of a non-believer who feels bereaved because you failed to see that his knees were at your feet. You're demeaning.
These are letters encrypted from a poorly cited source. Written words from a final hearing court. It's like, likely, though, way down with you, then quite likely the author is insane and confused. Well, I'm the author, and I'm praying for the truth as I'm standing trial for the murder of my soul. You were the leading suspect, but I figured it's a hoax. Really? I'm writing this to apologize for every time you didn't listen. I'm trying to realize my expectations were unrealistic. Were you at your peak to descend and cater to my opinions when you were far too busy with church finances and rebuking, expanding the pews and expanding this union, delivering us from the everlasting torture of ignorance, whining and dining spiritually like a seance, lifting expectations that were politically correct, coercing us to loving a God we would otherwise reject. But I'm in this court to tell the truth, to salvage you, to absolve you of your wounds and your scars, to bandage you. I was reaching to be fiending for an isolation of your magnificence. As long as my sins were tithes and offerings, I should have been content with your negligence. It's an anomaly when I observe the nature of congregation. Like a dichotomy, the leaders preside over the population. We call that segregation. Man, real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Ask Me About Jesus. This shirt is really fun, really cool. It's made by Swag Ministries of Alpha and Omega Church. Check them out. Also, I'd like to give a huge, monstrous shout out to Ground Zero Ministries. They are the greatest people on earth, and you really have to be there every Tuesday, 6 p.m. at Alpha and Omega Church. Just real quick, slip that in. Also, shout out to Raymond Aguirre. He has been really helpful in making these videos, and he's just been a great influence. You know, very positive, very presiding over the matter, and just being intelligent and creative. Real quick, shout out to my brother Isosa. He was really integral in these plans. You don't see him in this video, but trust me, he did a lot of stuff. And also, shout out to Gideon Peterson. Just real shout out. That's pretty much it. Thank y'all for listening. Shout out to everyone that's watching.